I just gotta say, like, comparing the two, like Pro Tools and Logic, I love Logic. Hey, what's up YouTube? Leo here again, back with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Logic Pro, and I wanna do a quick demo of it. But the reason this came about was because my friend Seth saw my last video on Pro Tools, and he's like, hey, I really like your video, but man, what about Logic Pro? And so his team is using Logic Pro to record their services, and then they play it back through the system. And so I'm gonna do a quick demo on Logic Pro, and so let's get started. I do have a Logic template that I built for this purpose, and so if you download that, and you can double click right here on this zip folder. So I've already downloaded it. I'm going to now open it up. Let's see what's inside. All right, cool, now it's unzipped, and now it gives a folder right here. So this is the contents of what's inside the template folder. So this right here, it says Logic Pro Mix Template Stock Blank. And so we're gonna be doing this with all stock plugins, no third-party plugins, no Slate Trigger or Waves or anything like that. And then right here, it says Logic Pro Mix Template Stock Demo. And that just has some files on there for you to try out. The last thing that's inside of this folder is a visual mixing guide. And this is just a rough drawing that I made to kind of give a visual of where things should be balanced. And it's not scientific or anything like that. It's just for our band of what our team was doing here at Bayside, that's kind of helpful for us to get these levels kind of mapped out. It takes something really subjective and makes it less subjective and tries to give like a visual outcome of what we're actually looking for to be consistent. All right, so when you click on this blank session, what it's gonna look like is right here. It has all of the tracks, routed everything for you, and then you're going to, like, it's got the vocal verb and vocal delay. It's got room mics, announcement mic, headset mic, like a computer for playback, and it's got a drum bus. Let's look at on this view right here. It's got a drum bus, guitar bus, a keys bus, multi-tracks, vocal bus, effects bus, room, service, and then this is just kind of like the pre-master right here, and some mastering plugins on the master channel. So it's pretty simple. And so I'm gonna actually open up the session, the demo session for you, and trying to give you an idea of what it could look like for pulling in your tracks. All right, so here's the demo project. We'll just open that up. Now, if you were opening this project, the blank project up, what you would do is come here to the right top corner and then import your files right here. So you'd come in here, go to add audio file, or this symbol with the F, I don't know what that symbol is, control, I think. And they would just kind of populate there, and it would convert, or it would change the sample rate of your project. Okay, and so these are all the files and how they're laid out. Let me just go ahead and push play on one of these songs. Let's get a little bit. Okay, here is the second song. All right, cool. So you can hear how the effects kind of tail off when I push stop like that. That's because they're being routed through bus sends. Really the only things that I automate when I put a file, like a whole session in here, is the vocals. So like, for example, this is the volume automation right here, which you can go to by clicking this little button over here. It's like a little menu that comes up. So you've got like volume, and on the main section you have pan, solo, mute, send, inserts, even you can automate inserts. So what I've done is for this first song, since vocal 1 wasn't leading that song, I turned down just a little bit. So this is the first song. So that was vocal 2 leading that song. So her vocal was up just a little bit. And for the rest of the songs where she wasn't leading, I turned her down just a few dB. And then same thing for vocal 3, she was leading song 2. And also what I've done, and you don't have to do this, but just kind of my preference, I like to pan them. So that first vocal, I was panned just a little bit to the left, and then the main vocal was panned in the center. So let's go over here, there it is, panned in the center, or 0. And then the third vocalist was panned to the right just a little bit, and that just kind of gives some separation. Here, let me just solo that out. You can hear kind of how it sounds.
Make no mistake, the bowels of hell begin to shake. You save me, you save me, you save me.
Just gives a little bit more separation. Just something that you could try if you're finding that you're not able to hear the vocals very well, but also not getting up like that energy of the music. Also, we've got our room mics in here. Solo these out. Having those room mics in there really helps out a lot. It brings this live feel to the sound instead of being like in a vacuum. We really do want people to feel a little bit more like present, and as much as we can help them worship from home, or like an experience that they're watching on their phone or something like that. We want them to feel as part of worship as we can. So that's one way that you can practically do that. In our stage, we have a microphone on the left side and the right side. And they're like 2 shotgun mics, but you can use really any mic. It really just does add liveliness to that sound. So here's what that sounds like, kind of turned up more. Yeah, so that adds a lot of energy. You can dial it in to taste. Also, what I like about Logic that's different from Pro Tools is there's a built-in pitch correction. And so Pro Tools has something called Melodyne for free, which is like you basically have to transfer the audio in, and then you can drag and like have these little blobs, these orange blobs that you can drag up or down based on the pitch. But this is kind of cool because this plugin for Logic just comes stock with it, and it's more like auto-tune, and you can dial it in. So let me pull that up really quick. You can kind of see what I'm talking about with the pitch correction. All right, so I've actually automated the notes, like the keys. So right here, this first song, I knew it was in the key of E. So right here, I've kind of dragged this automation parameter right here down to E. And then for the last 2 songs in the set, it was in the key of A. So I put it right here to the key of A. And that looks the same on all of the vocals. So like if you look at the pitch correction on the root note on all of these, they are all the same. Oh, that's not the same thing. Here we go, root note. That other parameter was, if you want to see like scale, you can actually automate the scale. All right, so I've also put like just a little bit of the service flow. So here's like the beginning. This is like the walk-in video. So that ends, and then we transition into worship. And then I also put the announcement mic right in here.
that God is doing here by your generosity and the way that you give both your time, your energy, and the...
All right, and then the pastor's mic, which is like a Countryman headset mic. Or Audio Technica,
wow,
I think.
Look at that, look at that.
So there's pretty much all the elements that I could think of to have in a live worship. And you can use this for like your live stream. You can use it for post mixing if you want to do on-demand videos for your worship set. We'll do that from time to time. Like we'll film in the room locally on each camera, and then what we'll do is mix the audio and post, and then we'll post the edited audio as a version on our YouTube page with a thumbnail, and it just looks better. I love Logic. I just gotta say, like, comparing the two, like Pro Tools and Logic, I gotta say, like, I'm impressed with Logic. I haven't used Logic since 2010, I think, and they've come a long way, like, as far as just the quality and the ease of use. It's always been easy to use, but since I'm so used to Pro Tools, I'm always using Pro Tools. But this is an awesome program. I'm glad that my buddy Seth told me to do a video on this, because I think I'll probably end up using this. You can download Logic Pro for free for 90 days. I think Pro Tools has like 30 days for free, but Logic has 90 days for free, which is super cool. And you also get that pitch correction. Honestly, you can get, it's more designed for Macs, I will say as well. If you are running into operating system issues with your Pro Tools on a Mac, it's probably because the newest operating system, they're notorious for not being as like flexible with the newest operating system. It just takes longer, but eventually they get there. And so I still prefer Pro Tools over Logic just because I feel like there's the most tools there that I'm familiar with, but really it's your preference. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been valuable to you. If you want to download the visual mixing guide, you can download that. There's a link in the description. And also there's a link to this exact template if you want to check that out. And I hope to see you next time on my next video. See you guys.